Moving on to 8 o'clock, newly ranked TCU, number 24, traveling to Arizona State. Arizona State comes in as a 2.5-point favorite. TCU is sitting undefeated. Arizona State with the one loss, as we know, to Mississippi State on the road. Since then, they've beaten Baylor by a field goal and beat Texas State by 15. Meanwhile, TCU has beaten North Carolina and then SMU, and then a team that nobody cares about. So, Quinn, this is actually unbelievable. According to ESPN, it's a dead split 50-50 on the matchup predictor here. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is why I love the Big 12. I was having this conversation with a buddy of mine the other day. The Big 12 is the most wide open conference in college football. Like straight up every weekend, anyone could beat anyone in the Big 12, barring just a couple teams who are down, like Oklahoma State, right? I like Arizona State to get it done in this game. Why? Arizona State has tasted defeat. They went down to Starkville, played a highly competitive game with Mississippi State, lost on a late deep miracle play for the Bulldogs with a busted coverage, got open deep, scored a touchdown, walk off, big win, super hostile environment. They come out in full force down there in Tempe. And the main reason I favor Arizona State in this game is because it's at home. Let's be real. What's TCU's best win? SMU? I said they were going to get that win, by the way, last week. I liked the Horned Frogs in that matchup. However, SMU and North Carolina, neither of which are as good of competition as Baylor or Mississippi State. Arizona State is a more tested roster, a more tested team, and I think they get this win over TCU with that home field advantage. Now, I think this is going to be a close game, very fun game. This is going to be, no offense to the game we covered prior to this, Florida State and Virginia. This is going to be the game that's on my TV on the Friday night, but I like the Sun Devils to get it done.
Yeah, very, very fun game. I again said that TCU was going to destroy North Carolina. I was hoping for Bill Belichick to do well there, but it's been a train wreck, as we all know and have witnessed. Gosh, dude, this is just such a typical freaking Big 12 game, like you said. I mean, you've got ranked versus unranked, but the unranked team is favored, which is pretty typical when you talk Big 12, because nobody really knows how to rank these teams. I think TCU gets it done here. I really, really like the quarterback. I like their offense. I've watched two of their games. I watched the SMU game and the North Carolina game, and I think they have a very explosive offense. But when you look at Arizona State here, so far this year, the most points they've scored is 38 against a nobody. They scored 20 against Mississippi State, 34 against Texas State, and then 27 against Baylor. But I think TCU can score, and I think they're going to be able to outmatch Arizona State. Now, listen, let's not forget, TCU is 3 years removed from a national title appearance. Yes,
Yep.
they got beat in the largest margin of a national title in history, but we don't have to talk about that. Okay, they were there. Coaching staff was there, so I think they've got some winning blood down there. So give me TCU to win, and I guess you would call it the upset if you talk Vegas numbers. So I'm going TCU. Quinn's going Arizona State. The over-under that, I didn't mention this, is 55.5.
That's kind of hard.
That's a perfect number.
Yeah, it kind of depends on who you think's going to win. If you think TCU is going to win, I'd say over. And if you think Arizona State's going to win, I'd say under. Because I think if you're Arizona State, you want to get this into kind of a dogfight, get it a little bit more of a defensive battle, get TCU uncomfortable, and vice versa for the Horned Frogs.
Yeah, I agree.